My name's John O'Leary, and I play the piano in La Lucha. The three of us met when we were in college. It was my second semester, and I was a chemistry major and a tuba major, and I was really interested in jazz, and so I tried out and they put me in a combo. All semester long, I never really talked to these guys, but the very last day we had our recital, and our drummer couldn't make it, so they asked Mark to sit in, and he introduced me to Alejandro. And then the year after that, the three of us were playing in a combo, and 10 years later, now we have a band. We had instant chemistry as friends, and we loved playing music, and so the love for music and art kind of brought us together, I think.
I'm Mark Feinman, and I'm the drummer for La Lucha. So La Lucha met 10 years ago at the University of South Florida in Tampa. We were all jazz studies majors there. When we met John, he was a classical tuba major, and we pulled him into the jazz world. We would often cut class to play music together, and then when everybody went home, we were still in a practice room playing music till 2, 3 in the morning, and this went on every single day. And then we realized that we had quite a large repertoire of music, some consisting of songs from the Great American Songbook, and then others like pop tunes that we just really enjoyed from the radio that we grew up with. Jun, who's singing with us on this record, I met her in high school, and she's an incredible singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and we dragged her into La Lucha, and we forced her to sing the songs we want to hear.
My name is Jun, and I am the featured vocalist for La Lucha. Being an independent singer-songwriter myself, working more in the folk style of music, it was an interesting transition for me to get into La Lucha, partly because I know half of the people in the group, also because it's just been a completely different journey from what I've been doing independently on my own. But just as exciting, just as creative, and I'm just as passionate about this music as I am in the folk arena. I started singing with them, I think, back in 2007. I've really been enjoying working with them ever since, growing as a musician myself, still as a singer-songwriter, and we've been able to collaborate. They've been able to collaborate on my compositions, and vice versa. So it's really been an incredible experience, a wonderful experience of all of these composers, talented musicians coming together and, creating something as a group. And independently, it's just really, I don't know, it's very cool.
I am Alejandro Arenas. I am the bassist for La Lucha. Well, the name La Lucha comes from the idea of the struggle of being a musician, being a jazz musician, specifically a young jazz musician in the world nowadays, and kind of the struggle behind it. It really comes from a Latin, or not Latin, but like a Spanish term. When you meet somebody in the street and they ask you how are you doing, you say, "Estoy en la lucha," like I'm in the struggle, but it's not a negative connotation. It's about kind of really expressing that, life is hard and you're always going to be working on something to become better and all that stuff. So we decided to take the music that was popular to us and of our generation and really put it within the jazz language. And really kind of do creative arrangements of them. So we wanted to do a record that seamlessly put standards and not standards together, that you can't really tell which is which.
So our good friend Nate Najar co-produced the record with us, and he also engineered the session. We are also released this record on Blue Line Music, which is an independent record label.
The creative process of La Lucha is really taking the music and reconstructing it in a way. And each person in the band is vital to accomplish that.
Besides just the band, it's a family, and we're always hanging out, our families hang out, and so we often get to talk about music, and when we do rehearse, we sometimes just play whatever. Sometimes we're really particular about working on one song during rehearsal. There are 11 tracks on the record, and 2 of them are instrumental, and the other 9 feature Jun. A mixture of standards from the Great American Songbook and a mixture of pop tunes like the Beach Boys, Radiohead, the Jackson 5, and the Cardigans.
You know, you'll find me a lot of times with my eyes closed, for example, when I'm performing with them, because I really have to feel it in the core, and in order for me to do that, I kind of do have to get into this zone, this almost like meditative place. Sometimes with jazz, especially jazz, where we might decide right on the spot to do the tune a little differently or switch up the rhythm a little bit, or, you know, those spontaneous moments. Those are really important for you to be able to be in your zone, be in your space, and to be able to connect with them at the same time. I think that's one of the reasons I love jazz so much, is you are truly connecting with the musicians, because you know anything can happen. You know, in a live setting, anything can happen. I love the spontaneity of that. Yeah.